This is the karma you will carry forward, the good aspect, the good actions of this life. They will help you. You will have a ready stage set for you to start again. So as I said, it's easy for the mind to flow with the flow, and there is so much strong current of negativity all around us, and we not even noticing that there is so much negativity around, and we think we are enjoying the life, whereas we are destroying the life. Life is like a seed, and for every seed, it's the same future. Seed has to grow into a tree. There's a tree in the seed, and there's a seed in every tree. So the life is like a seed, and it has to realize itself. What is hidden in that seed? A big tree. And this seed has to be sown in the soil, and that soil has to be prepared for the seed, and some water, some fertilization, some little care, the seed will sprout, seedling will be there, and then that seedling will grow into big and big if taken care. And one day that tree will bear fruit, so many leaves, branches, shadows, wood for the house, for the oven, and fruit. That seed becomes useful and fruitful in many ways. So when you as a seed grow up into a tree, you see how many people would be benefited by all of you. So much negativity in the surrounding would be automatically cleaned because there are so much positivity flowing through all of you. Not only you would be benefited, but the people around you would too be benefited. The society you would be living in would too be benefited by all of you. You all have a very big potential. A seed can be a small, tiny, like a mustard seed, and you see how big tree can come out of that small seed. So there is so much potential in the seed, and same way there is so much potential in every human being. I call them as a seed, but this seed has to get buried in the soil and bear the heat under the soil, and then has to let go its shell for the sprout to come out. Now if the seed complains, oh my God, you are burying me under the soil, so much weight on me, oh don't put me under, I cannot bear this weight, I cannot bear this heat under the soil, oh, then the seed will never become tree, will never become useful, rather it will rot and finish. So let us all not be rotting for nothing. We should go for the hardship. We should swim against the current. Don't go for the easy way. Don't opt for the easy way. Life is not easy. Life is not bed of roses. Sorry, people say, oh, there is so much struggle in life. We are suffering in so many ways. Yes, life is not given to enjoy anyway. It was given to suffer, to bear the consequences of your karmas from the previous lives. You cannot be complaining to anybody because you are suffering because of your actions, your own actions. Who you are complaining to? Nobody going to listen even. And you can complain to yourself, and you can attend to your own complaints by doing the right things during this life, so that you don't suffer. So never go for the easy things. A struggle, life is a struggle. It teaches you on daily basis. Every day is a new, every day is a different. And if you will keep carry forward your impressions of day to day daily life, oh yesterday it happened like this and I am sad today, I am with my face down, I am not happy, I cannot meditate, because something not so good happened yesterday. And you see, try to understand, my dear friends, happiness and unhappiness is the state of mind depending upon what mind likes or doesn't like. Something is of the liking of the mind is very happy. Something your mind doesn't like, mind is unhappy. There is nothing which you can call happiness or unhappiness. Nothing can you make happy, nothing can you make unhappy. It is only your mind who can make you happy or unhappy depending upon what it likes, what it doesn't like. But mind is the mind and soul is the soul. It should not be the mind deciding what is good, what is not good, what I like, what I don't like. And in this body, who is superior? The soul, not the mind. So it is for the soul to decide. So you have to live the life of a soul, not of a slave. You cannot be a slave of the mind. You are a soul. As a soul, you are the master of the mind. So you have to master your mind. You have to control your mind. You have to take charge of your mind, and you have to oppose the negative tendencies of the mind. And you don't have to flow with the flow. You have to go against the current. Then only you are brave. Then only you will achieve what you are striving to achieve, what you are supposed to be achieving during your lifetime. It's a negative ocean. It's a negative time ruled by the negative power, and it's a iron age. We have to go against the tide. There's no other way, or you would be swept away. Decision is yours, would be yours. You can only decide what is good for you, and you can only do what is good for you. I can at best remind you and help you in doing some good for yourself. I am always at your service. You can always ask me whatever help you need from me, but big portion you have to help yourself. And it is said, God help them, those help themselves. We are hours coming together time and again in the name of retreat. Yes, we enjoy our family meetings, get together, coming together, and we also enjoy sharing our experience with the others, observing so many things. But the purpose of this retreat is always to again back to the basic where we started from. The first day when you came to master, it was the same topic. Oh my dear soul, the purpose of life is this. And the same we are talking today. And we will be talking the same. And how many times you want to listen, up to you. The wise sign on your part would be listen it once and do it forever. Good result, good everything. As I said, we would love to come together and meet time and again, but we should be progressing also. Because what brought us together? The subject of spirituality, the common interest we created, generated among ourselves. That will always remain there. Whether someone is on the basic level, someone in the middle level, or the up wherever we are. But we are all a family. Our goal is the same. So this same common interest has brought us together, and due to this we will always be together. But let us not only be talking, but applying it practically in our life in order to achieve it. That was the understanding given by the masters. And understanding and not doing it, the understanding is of no use. If you have really understood, then you should be doing, we all should be doing. Then only we will be benefited. This is really a very, very powerful tool provided by the God, and for that, endless thanks to God to express Himself in light and sound and giving us this holy light and sound as a tool through the masters, getting us connected back to the supreme power. And using this tool of holy light and sound, we can do away with all the impressions of the mind, and we can always have our mind clean, and we can also get rid of all those karmas we have stored from the previous life and during the present. So this meditation will only help you making your account zero. When there is no karma left for us to undergo the consequences, we are free. Then we don't owe anything to anyone. We have settled our debt. We are clear now. As long as we owe something here, we have to come back to pay it. Either you pay it, as I said, you come to pay, you come to settle your account, but you end up opening another accounts, then we again get stuck here somehow. So if we really don't want to be here, the only way is to clean the whole account, and that is only possible by doing meditation. Using this tool provided by the master, this connection, you all have been provided with the connection, and you only have to use that connection. Not using that connection, I don't think it's wise, and it's fruitless, it's useless. So use this connection which master has provided you by sitting for meditation on holy light and sound, and it will settle all the accounts, it will burn away all the actions stored, the karma stored there for you, and then you will get rid of all these karmas, nothing would be in your account, and then it's a flight to take off back to home. You should not avoid this struggle. As I said, you have to flow against the flow. It's easy to flow with the flow, but flow is negative. It's going toward the negative side. So take trouble in your life, and that would be, as I said, while doing everything in your life, taking care of all the responsibilities you have accepted willingly, or somehow, sometime, be not the responsibility may come from the other source also, and we should accept it as it's coming from the God. So all the responsibilities we have to bear and discharge our duties day to day basis, and at the same time struggle is making your mind to sit and get clean through meditation. Mind will resist it because mind doesn't like it. It's not the taste of the mind to sit with closed eyes and try to listen something which it never wanted. So this is the struggle when it comes to meditation. Mind doesn't like to be shown the other direction. other than the one it likes. But as I said, mind doesn't know what is good for it or not. This we have to decide as a soul because we are superior. We know what is good. So we have to make our mind to sit with us for the meditation, and this light and sound will clean the impressions of the mind of the today and of the yesterdays. And when everything is clear, then you can write a fresh story, fresh positive things on the mind, and then mind will have the positive tendencies. Like will start liking the positive things, will start doing the positive things, and this positive will benefit you. That's all for the day. So now make yourself easy wherever you are sitting and try to meditate. It's easy to meditate on sound, but our intention, is to see the light. I know this is also one of your struggle. Everybody want to see, not listen. It's easy to catch the sound, and sound is as good as the light. These are the two aspects, two sides of the same thing. It's easy to catch the sound, and it is bit difficult to get to the light. But if you can get the sound, light will start appearing. That means some tuning has started taking place. So sound is very strong. It's very strong. It's so holy, it cleans everything. But your mind want to see in order to believe. But listening is also the same. Mind will agree with that. So now let us sit for the meditation. So it doesn't make difference where you meditate, whether you meditate inside this hall or you meditate wherever you live, in your rooms, your tents. What matters to continue meditating. This is what, no matter what, we should not forget. As I said, this is the only life current. This is all what matters in life. To use the connection provided by the Master, meditate on holy light and sound. What other things we do in life, though they matter, but nothing matters as much as meditation. So no matter what you do throughout the day, we should sit for meditation in order to clean the impressions of the mind and start afresh. Whatever happens in life,